Welcome to English for All channel. How are you, my student here too? I am so happy to be with you today. Our session today will be about part 2 of the story. Do you remember part 1 of the story? Who can remind me the title of the story? Yes, super, year 2. Yes, the title was Gramp and the Hairy Mammoth. Today we will take the next part of the story. The title is The Party. Let's start together with the second part. Round and not this, okay, here. Grump reached for his drum. Grump reached for his drum. Who's Grump? Who can tell me who's Grump? Yes, Grump was the, who can tell me? The caveman reached for his drum. He looked at Herman. Who was Herman? Yes, the mammoth. And thumped it, and thumped it. What's the meaning of thumped it? Means hit on the drum. The mammoth feet moved. He banged drum once more. What's the meaning of banged? Banged means hit again, but in force. And Herman's huge feet shuffled. What's the meaning of shuffled? Shuffled means walked without lifting his feet. Walked without lifting his feet in time. Grump laughed. Come on then, Beetle Boots. He speaks with him in irony way. He said to him, come on then, Beetle Boots. Beetle is a name of an insect's boots because his leg is very heavy and very big. He ordered him. Don't just stand there, he ordered him in a loud voice. Don't stand there, dance, dance. And dance Herman did. His feet bounded. What's the meaning of bounded? Hit floor hard, hit floor hard, up and down. His great head nodded. What's the meaning of nodded? Yes, he waved his head up and down as Grump played louder and louder. Bonkety bonk, bonkety bonk. When he played on the drum, it makes this bonkety bonk. Okay. Round and round Herman lumbered. Round and round, round and round. What's the meaning of lumbered? Yes, moved slowly with difficulty because Herman is a very big and very heavy, so he moved slowly with difficulty. He can't move. Faster and faster, he tell him, round and round, Herman, faster and faster, until he was quite dizzy. Bonkety bonk bonk, bonkety bonk bonk. Suddenly Grump found that he was enjoying himself. Now he is now happy. So he was glad, happy that he downpour had brought Herman to his cave. What's the meaning of downpour? Downpour means very heavy rain. Very heavy rain had brought Herman to come to his cave. Herman was very glad. Glad means happy too. He closed his eyes in enjoyment. Enjoyment, pleased. That was a mistake. His whirling trunk. Whirling trunk. What's the meaning of whirling? Whirling means going around and around with his trunk and hit with this Grump behind the ear and sent him sprawling, falling his face first on the floor. When he moved his trunk, what happened to Grump? He hit Grump behind his ear and set him prowling. Grump scrambled. What's the meaning of scrambled? Who can tell me the meaning of scrambled? Yes, move quickly with a panic to his feet. Scowling, showing a cross face. He was very angry. Cross face, very angry. Mind, what are you doing? Mind, what the meaning of mind? We said in the first part. Take care, what are you doing? Cotton head, knocking a man about isn't fair. You didn't do it on a purpose, did you? So he glared at him, looked suspiciously. Suspicious means when you look to someone that make something bad. May you did. That's the trouble with you. I never can tell. Herman whisked his trunk at drum hopefully. What's the meaning of whisked? Yes, quickly moved his trunk at the drum hopefully because he was very happy, and shuffled again. His feet means walked slowly with difficulty. But it was no use. The spell had been broken. What is spell? Happy time, happy moment has been broken. Graham shook his head. Graham shook his head. No more games today. He was very sad. He said, anyway, it stopped raining, so I will go out. He was right. The sun shone now, and the earth was steaming. What's steaming? Steaming, shining. Yes, excellent, super. Herman looked toward the drum wistfully. What's the meaning of wistfully? Who can tell me? Wistfully? Yes, sadly, for a moment, then turned to go. Grump followed him to the doorway. Grump was very sad from him and to tell him to go away. It was strange. Grump was sure that he disliked Herman. He don't like Herman. He didn't like Herman. Yet something was telling him to call the mammoth back. He said this to himself. He didn't. Instead, he watched the great creature move slowly away. Only at that last moment did he call, but then it was too late. Herman saw his uplifted hand. Oh my God! He saw now uplifted hand, but he didn't hear his shout. The mammoth wagged his head. What's the meaning of wagged? Waves, yes, waved his head, and it seemed for a moment as if he smiled. Then he disappeared. Means you can't see him. Disappeared, you couldn't see him behind a hill. What's hill? Hill like a mountain, but hill is shorter than mountain and didn't have a top, but mountain has a top. Good riddance, Grump growled. He said many times, good riddance mean thank God. When you say goodbye to something, you are pleased to see you go. Thank God, Grump growled, say many times. Even so, his face was so sad as he turned back into his cave. That's when he heard shout. When he went to the cave back, he heard the burst of hear a shout, a very noise, and children laughing. About what? He turned to look out one more. The children were streaming. What's the meaning of streaming? Moving quickly in a large number the ground towards his cave. His party guests were arriving. They said to him, now we were arriving. We were guests for you to begin the party. Graham didn't know that outside Herman was already digging to release. What's the meaning of release? Who can tell me? Release means free him. Terrified, feels afraid. He groped his hands. What's the meaning of groped with his hands? Felt with his hands. Through the darkness, the cave was darkness along the cave, seeking another way out. Searching for another way. His hand touched something. He stopped. His hand touched something. Oh my God, again. It's warm. This thing is warm and soft and gently moving. I touched something with my hand. It's moving. Grump recoiled in alarm. He wasn't alone in the cave. He wasn't alone. There is another something in the cave. He was very afraid. There was something with him, something alive. What's more, it had started making on ear. What is this? Means spooky noise. Spooky noise? What this means? Frightened noise. Ooh. Oh my God, I am so afraid. Grump clapped his hands to his head. He put his hands on his head and clapped. the thing that had terrified everyone at night. I am so afraid with this. It's wailing was here in the cave. He pressed again. What's the meaning of pressed? Touched again the rock wall and started into the shadows. Where was it? What was it? I don't know. At the moment, Herman managed. What's the meaning of managed? Manage means succeeded to pull some rock from the doorway. He took a rock from the doorway. Faint light. What's the meaning of faint light? Little light came into the cave when he took a rock from the doorway. There's small or light come, but the light was little from the cave, and Grumpy's eyes opened as wide. His eyes will be opened in wide opening as a dinner plate. His eyes now like a dinner plates that we eat inside it. He could see the animal now. It was what? It was what? Saber-toothed tiger. What is this? It's a kind of cat, but it's not found now. It was years ago, and it was walking straight towards him. The tiger, or this big cat, walked towards him. Go away! Shh! Go away! Shh! And leave me alone! Leave me alone! Grump shouted very loudly. Leave me alone! Flapping his hands helplessly. No use! It's no use! The tiger came closer to Grump. Grump groaned, make a loud noise, and closed his eyes. He was very afraid. There was nowhere to run. Where I go? Where I go? Soon he would be at tea time. It's now a tea time snack for him. He is hungry. He wants to eat me. The tiger is very hungry tiger now. It came closer. It came near to me, closer near still, and Grump's hair was blown back by its whining. What did this mean? He was crying, and his hair is be brown back because he was very afraid. Then the noise stopped. Suddenly there is no noise. When at last Grump opened his eyes, he found the tiger seated before him. Oh my God, there is no noise now. When he opened his eyes, he found that the tiger is sitting where was sitting before him. Its large green eyes, he has large green eyes, seem to plead with him. Big Grump took a nervous step backwards and frowned thoughtfully. What's the meaning of frowned thoughtfully? What does it mean? Frowned means when you draw your eyebrows together. So you are now annoyed or worried of something. And thoughtfully means carefully. So now, strange. I have never seen a tiger with 3 front teeth. Oh my God, this tiger has 3 front teeth. Grump was right. Where the tiger should have just 2 gleaming fangs. What is the meaning of gleaming? Gleaming, shining. His teeth is shining, and he has 3, not 2. And fangs, what is the meaning of fangs? Are 2 long, sharp upper teeth inside its mouth. And there were 3 Grump beard. Beard means looked more closely, and the explanation was plain, obvious. Obvious means very clean. A thin bone. Now I saw inside his teeth a thin bone was caught behind the long front tooth of the tiger and poked down like an extra fang. Grump jed excitedly. What this means? It means that he was now danced from because he what he was. He has a bone. So hurts you. It's what now? It hurts you. I'll take it. It hurts you, make you pain. You feel painful. So that's why you have been howling so much nights. What's howling? howling the sound that the tiger was making. So he told him that you make very howling sound so much night after night, like me to take it out for you. He reached forward very nervously. Nervously means scared away. If he took out that bone, the tiger might make a meal of him afterwards, but he had to take that chance, screwing up all his courage. He must trying to be brave as possible, not be afraid of this tiger. He held the bone and pulled it from its mouth. He quaked as the tiger, means shook with fear, and roared. The tiger roared. He make like his sound as the tiger roared. Then suddenly the bone was free of its mouth. This is part by Derek Sampson. Now we finished part 2 of the story. I wish that you understood everything of it. And now let's read the glossary words because it's so important. Because please listen carefully to me and try to repeat these words. Okay? Let's start. Shuffled, walked without lifting his feet. Bounded, hit the floor hard. Lumbered. For a large animals mean what? Moved slowly and with difficulty. Downpour, very heavy rain. Whirling, going around and around. Sprawling, falling face first on the floor. Scrambled, moved quickly in a panic. Pain, panic means pain. Scowling, showing across face, showing across face. Suspiciously, suspiciously, thinking that someone has done something bad. Whisked, quickly moved. Spill, the happy moment. Wistfully, sadly. Good riddance, saying goodbye to something you are pleased to see go. Streaming, moving quickly in a large number. Release, free. Groped, felt with his hands. Seeking, searching for. Paused, stopped a minute. Eerie, spooky, spooky. Saber-toothed tiger, an ancient wild cat, not extinct. What is the meaning of extinct? Extinct means what? Means hasn't lived now. Hasn't lived now. Whining, crying. What's the meaning of whining? Crying. Plead, beg. Now I have finished the glossary words and I want you to listen carefully to these rules. You know that we have parts of speech like nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverb. Now we will speak about adverb. What's adverb? Adverb is a word that describes verb. What's the difference between adverb and adjective? Adjective is a word that describes what? Describes noun. But adverb is a word describes verb. Words that end in ly describe the verb. For example, Graham played the drum loudly. Loudly end with ly. So loudly here is adverb because it describes played. Played is a verb. If you describe the way of playing, so you describe the verb. If you describe the verb, it will be adverb. Herman danced wildly. So wildly ending with ly. It's adverb because it describes the way of dancing. Danced is an adverb and you describe verb, so it's an adverb. Loudly, loud adjective plus ly, so it turns to be adverb. Wild is adjective plus ly turns to be or it changes to be adverb. So adjective plus ly changes to be adverb. This is the first rule. The second rule that we have some irregular plurals. Like what? Like sheep. Sheep is singular and sheep is plural. We have one sheep and we have two sheep. So I don't put s or es at the end of the singular to make it plural. Another rule, one child. Child is singular. I don't put S or ES to change it into plural. I put REN, two children. So, sheep, singular and plural. Child, the plural is children. One caveman, the plural, two cavemen. So man, the plural of it is men. So we have now irregular plurals. This is the second rule. The third rule, we will revise together the past simple tense. Do you remember this tense? Yes, that means actions happened in the past and finished. These actions turns the verb into the past by adding ed. We put d or ed. If the verb end with e, I put just d. If the verb didn't finish with e, I put ed. But we have irregular verbs. But when you look at the word end with ed, it will be in the past form. Herman banged the drum. So banged here end with ed, so this verb in the past. Graham played louder. Played end with ed, so it's in the past simple tense. We can use was or were plus verb with ing. This is past continuous. What is the difference between past continuous and past simple? Past simple, the action have finished, but I don't say the time of the action. But the past simple continuous tense, I say the action happens for 2 hours, for 1 day, for 3 hours, for 3 weeks. So the time of action in the past means past continuous. Graham was enjoying himself. The children, plural, so I put were. But Graham, it's singular, I put was. Plus verb plus ing. So we use was with I, with he, and she, with it. With you, we use were, with you, with they, with we, not them. This is they, T-H-E-Y. So today I revise with you the past simple tense, and we took rule of adverb and the difference between adjective and adverb, and we took the irregular verbs, and we took part 2 of the story. I hope that you understood all the items of the grammar, and the next part or the second part of the story, I would like to be happy with you because I was so happy because I was with you today. And if you have any comments or any questions, please write to me under the channel in your comments. And see you and goodbye in the next part of the story. Goodbye.